Hey, it's Scotch Test Dummies. I'm Scott.
I'm Bart.
Back with our third Westland Solum edition.
Boom.
Solum, second edition.
And my shirt that won't let the white balance regulate. We're going to test it.
Westland single malt style.
Boom, baby, boom.
All right, third bottle. I don't think we mentioned, the first one we mentioned that John arranged for us to get these.
John did all of it.
And I don't think we said that in the second one.
We should have.
We should have.
We should
did
have.
not.
Sorry, John.
We did not. So, yeah, sorry, John.
Jake.
And I'm pretty sure John said if we could say his name, we'll just leave it at John. But thanks for thinking of us on these. We did the beer cask and then the wine cask finish, both core range
Thanks.
editions.
Yeah.
Outstanding job on those. This is the second edition of Solum, which is 100% American peated whiskey.
Did you say American?
Yes.
American peated.
700 milliliter, just like the others.
A little painful.
50% ABV.
That's
a little bit
not-
higher.
Yeah, that's not painful.
And this is a limited annual release, not core range, not widely available.
On the back, it says charting peat, not sharding. I knew you were thinking it.
And speaking of
Yeah,
pension,
yeah. Hello. We've had a whole bathroom humor thing going here.
I saw a reel the other day on
Reel.
a reel on
Oh,
Instagram,
yeah,
a little video.
Sorry.
And it's in the UK, but these two older gentlemen, they come to be their doctors, are out on the sidewalk and they're talking, and they see this guy walking towards them with a limp, and one says, I'm pretty sure with my experience that guy's having prostate issues and probably needs to get examined.
Holy moly.
And the second guy goes, no, I don't think it's prostate. That's a hemorrhoid walk. You can tell. And so they're bantering back and forth as the guy approaches, and then they introduce themselves, and we're doctors. We were discussing your condition. I think it's your prostate. He thinks it's hemorrhoids. Which is it? The guy says, well, you're both wrong. So was I. I thought it was a fart.
Ooh, watch out.
In other words, he sharted.
He needs an adult doctor.
Was walking.
He's got a load. That's terrible. Well, on that note, charting peat, yes, peat is the essence of time. The history of the earth itself.
Usually Bart is the one to diverge. I did so there.
You did. Evidence of everything and fixed in this place. Sorry, lived. I can't read anymore. Their eyes can't focus.
You left your cap over there.
I did. I don't need the cap. I'm going to drink it. Dark and layered. It is perpetual life. Condemned. No, it says condensed. Condensed life, baby.
That was interesting reading.
I know. I messed it all up because I can't read it. I can read charting peat. That's about
I
all
even
I
pick
can
mine
read.
up when I do it.
You did. I know, but I,
Great
couldn't, I
American
kept
tradition
missing it.
with
Yeah.
once in a while I throw in
But you
blah,
said marketing, blah, blah, marketing, blah.
and then you're like, blah.
Yeah,
blah.
hold on. All right.
Anyway,
Solum directly connects us to the prime. I can't read. I can't read it.
there's the magnifiers right there.
Where is? Hold on. We got to do a Ralphie
Is that right? The magnifier? Is that what they call it?
magnifier. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, that's good. Solum directly connects us to the primordial. That's why I missed that word. Essence of the Pacific Northwest, and explores its terroir through a rediscovery of the oldest style of whiskey. That actually helped quite a lot. That is terrible. I could not pick up the words until I grabbed out the Ralphie magnifier. Thank you, Ralphie. Ralphie.
Grassy fire,
Oh, yeah.
woodlands, dry leaf fire.
Wow, with cinnamon tucked
Yeah,
in. Yeah.
cinnamon sweetness.
Ooh.
Not real strong peat. A little bit of the smoke coming out, wafting out of the glass. But it's more that kind of astringent smoke, that dry smoke.
I'm still
Grass,
stuck at my
grass fire, wildfires burning.
Pete in the finish. Hello, Pete. Hello, my friend. But there's a lingering sweetness that's at the start that tails through the finish, intermingled with the peat. Wow. And a little cola touch.
Yep. Cherry cola,
Yeah.
sweet cinnamon, rich. I don't know that it feels 50% ABV. The other two we reviewed were 46. It feels a little bit more in line there. Nice mouthfeel. Peat is fainter on the palate
Yeah, this is no peat wheat.
than it is on the nose. Or, I mean, yeah, it felt stronger on the nose than it does on the
Really?
palate, I think.
I picked it up on the palate a little more, I think.
And by lightly peated, I mean a little bit heavier than like a Highland Park, which is around 5 parts per million. That's probably maybe 10.
Look at you with the millions.
One more, hold on.
All right. Oh, drip, 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 drip. All right, I've got a drip of water in. Little drop, little dollop, little dollop.
Caramels, vanillas, cherry cola, grassy, light smoke. It's off in the distance.
Have you sipped it with the water yet?
You're driving down the interstate and you can see they're doing the wildfire, the burns on the
It's like
pastures.
grass. It's like grass fire.
And you drive through the smoke.
Yeah, and you taste it a little bit.
Yeah.
Not too much, just a bit. Have you tried it with the water?
No.
It kind of rounds it and congeals it together a little bit. Kind of brings it in a little tighter, like a little peat ball.
Wow. This is a nice, rich, full palate. Now, actually, when we talked about on the first one, or you mentioned kind of that Westland malty character, I haven't per se gotten it on these
This
three.
one? Well, on the first two,
It's almost like maybe their whiskeys are getting a little bit older.
Okay.
And maybe that on what I felt before was maybe some of the youth or just the youngness of the whiskeys. Maybe we're getting
I'm a big
older
lover-
whiskeys now.
Okay. I'm just a big lover of malted barley.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons I think I like Scotch so much is I'm finding out that I really, really like barley. So what Westland's doing with their barley and making an American single malt is just right up my alley. So, and then when they started doing, again, not this one, but their Peat Week and stuff, they hit me again. I like a distillery that plays and has fun, and this is it. So Westland is playing around and they're partnering with their beer folk and obviously their wine people and just having a wonderful time. If I was going to work at a distillery that was in the United States, just quite honestly, I've sat and thought of this. I wouldn't be driving to Kentucky. I wouldn't go to Kentucky. Not that there's not a lot of good ones there. I would be headed to the Pacific Coast, my friend. The Pacific.
What about
Coast.
Colorado?
They're good too, sure. But I've been in Colorado. Colorado's nice if you're up in the mountains. I grew up in Evergreen, and you're sitting there, and there's a herd of elk coming through, and you're drinking. But if you put me on the Pacific Coast, I'd be making some sourdough bread,
Yeah.
listening to the seagulls.
Speaking of that, I got to get some going today. I'm waiting for my.
Yeah, we've been
Starter
bread.
done.
He got me hooked into the bread. I'm a bread hippie. So I love what Westland is doing. Just love it. Again, it's that spirit of play. You could see it with the paper wraps that they were putting around their Peat Weeks. I was like, these guys are having a blast.
So now that you say that, though,
And
and we
gals.
mentioned Peat Week in one of the other videos, but this very well could have replaced the Peat Weeks because we haven't seen the Peat Week for a couple years, and this is the second edition
Okay.
of
These are
Solum.
great. I think they're doing more. Well, remember they did the unification. They used to have their standard bottle, they had their peated bottle, and they had their
Sherry.
their sherried bottle.
Yeah.
And they kind of grew into just one. And I'm thinking this is the outlay. But their peat weeks were stunning because they were heavily peated single malts. I mean, to me, the peat was huge in them. They were
Remember it
very
being-
powerful.
No, I don't remember it
Oh
being.
God.
I remember
Next
it
time
being
you're over at my
mid-level.
place,
Stronger than this.
You know what we got to do?
Yeah.
We got to do some like oddball stuff. Like you come into the house and we just start pulling these peat weeks off and
Yeah.
we just start trying.
Well, and I figured these Westlands you'd take just because you've got all the others.
Well, first of all, I like the way you think.
Yeah. And the Collier was one. They've had a couple editions of the Collier, the Pete Weeks,
I like
the core range.
I
Westlands.
feel like I could wander in with a backpack and they would find a job for me. I might just be at the malting floor. But I'd be like, hello. Hi. John would be like, come on over here with your little manga shirt. Here's a bottle. And I'd be like, you are the man.
I think this is better with water. I think the finish hangs around. Let's bring out a little bit more of the smoke on the back end. Water is.
To me, it, like I said, it kind of congealed it into a ball of peat. The flavor got tightened in somehow.
Right.
Because I'm getting that peat, but I get a little touch of molasses. I think I get a little touch of tobacco. I get a little bit of burnt ashtray, not a lot, just a touch. And I get a little bit of a ribbon of an oak moving through there, but it all got kind of compacted in together. And that's a really nice sipper. I couldn't quite peg everything before I added the water, and then that seemed to kind of bring it in. That's interesting.
Score it.
90. I like it. I like those peats sneaking through there, which is a tell. I like peat.
91.
Ooh, look at you. I almost feel like you shouldn't be above me with a peated, but I will stick with 90.
Yeah. A nice rich mouthfeel. I still this is lower end peat level still. It's nice. It's there. I definitely wouldn't say it's heavily peated,
No,
but
no.
it's heavily flavored, heavily.
Yeah. Well, when I'm telling you, I'm
Palatable.
getting hints of tobacco, hints of ashtray,
Yeah.
a wood ribbon rolling through. Yeah. I mean, that's almost got a faint touch of mint, even.
The next thing they need to do is take this and put it in one of those Cabernet Sauvignon casks, some of those red wine casks. Add a little bit of that sherry note, those red wine, berries, and fruits in there with it.
The spirit of play that is alive in Westland, to me, that's just what I really enjoy, is that they're having fun, they're experimenting, and they're partnering with other local folks that are doing the same in whatever their genre is. Love it.
Yeah. So this one is a limited edition, a little bit more rare. It doesn't say how many bottles are available. $150 range on this one. That's pricey, but I think you're getting a good whiskey out of it. You're getting a peated, 100% peated American single malt whiskey.
I know. That hurts me a little bit, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's not cheap.
Yeah. You know, I'm a cheap bastard. Again, no chill filtering, no color added.
Yep. I forgot to mention that. I
yeah.
saw that on the back.
Everything
as well.
you're going to like, you're going to really, really like here. This is their second edition. We have their first, don't we?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think we do. You just can't go wrong. I like Westland. I'll bring guys over and say, hey, come here, try this, you know. And I run little miniature tastings at my house all the time. So if you see it, give it a shot. It's pricey, but this one's good. I can't believe it really tightened up with the water. So,
Go to ScotchTestDummies.com. You can pick up coins, hats, shirts, glasses, all kinds of stuff. Help support the show. Keeps the lights on. Keeps the whiskey coming.
not this shirt, but if you go to Scotch Test Dummies on Patreon, you can go in and support us. So you love the banter, you like the chat, you like the knowledge that's coming in. You can say $1 a month, you can do $1 a show, you can do $5 a show.
If you like sharding jokes.
Sharding, yeah, if you like a lot of guys hanging out with some rude humor now and then, and odd hats and shirts, where else you gonna go? Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Solange.
Dummies.
Dummies.